Hello, today I wanted to talk about the IMF's June update for the global economic outlook. It certainly appears that IMF has me on speed dial based on their comments, reflecting a lot of the things I've been talking about on my posts. Let me get into that. Here is a graphic from their website showing the current June update economic outlooks. Here we can see that the global economy is expected to contract even more than they initially uh, indicated in April, now down to negative 4.9% globally. This situation is worse in advanced economies and a little bit better in emerging economies. Perhaps advanced economies have more ground to lose given their status in the world. Now, if you want to drill down country by country, here is a paste from an Excel spreadsheet on their website. The important takeaway from this spreadsheet is that the current projections as of June are much worse than they were in April. Okay, so things are worse than we thought they would be at kind of the height of this global pandemic crisis. Now, the thing that's crazy is there's a complete disconnect from these numbers and the market. Okay, we have just gone through the biggest 50-day rally like ever in the US during a time in which the IMF is saying things are worse than we thought they were. Okay, big giant disconnect. Now, I've mentioned this before about this. Now, according to the IMF's models, the difference between market prices and fundamental valuations are at near historic highs in advanced equity markets. Now, in previous posts, I've talked about how the central banks are driving this. They want this disconnect because if they are properly connected, it's going to be chaos, right? Asset values are going to drop tremendously. No one is going to want to lend to corporations that are already excessively debt ridden. No one's going to want to invest in stocks that have poor economic short-term outlooks, right? So the central banks basically are forcing, they're mandating that you put your money in risky assets so that there's kind of this well-functioning market, despite the fact that it doesn't reflect reality. Now, this has been happening for a long time. The Fed steps in whenever there's some kind of return to reality to get us back into this kind of fairy tale land that things are super duper rosy. And that may continue to be the case for many, many more years. But I think you need to have a plan. You need to sit down. You need to discuss amongst yourselves at your firm, what are you going to do if the Fed is no longer able to step in and bring us into this fairy tale land? And I think you need to do that now and think about it, because when and if this happens, you could put yourself in a position, if you have a plan, to do very, 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 very well compared to your competitors. I think you need to have these discussions. You need to think about it. The same as I was saying yesterday, there's tons of uncertainty all the time, and you really need to have some plans. I think these types of plans, if properly executed, can be huge, huge, huge game changers for you and your business. Anyway, that's all for today. Take a look at the IMF's website. Take a look at their recent statement about what's going on. They seem to be very worried, much more worried than the markets seem to be. Thanks so much.